We're going live. You need a couple of Indian clubs. These are 2 pounds each. You can use 1 pound ones. You can use 3 pound ones. But the 2 pound ones I find are really good all-purpose bells for doing your traditional Indian club stuff and warm-up type stuff. So we have 4 exercises that we're going to do for our Clubbell warm-up. We're going to do some criss-cross with a wrist roll. We're going to do some double mills, and we'll do our double mills to the opposite side, and then we're going to do some reverse mills. Okay, 30 seconds each, and we're going to do that 3 times. Okay, make sure you grab your bells. We got a 10-second countdown. Okay, criss-cross. And we're coming up here, we're gonna wrist roll, criss-cross. Wrist roll, criss-cross. Okay. Match your breathing to your movements, as always. I like to do a little bit of a weight shift in my feet as I do these. Okay, we're gonna go into some double mills. So we have 1 in front, we have 1 behind. We're rolling and swinging to the opposite direction. Don't get too wild and crazy. Keep your elbows tucked in within reason. We want to create a nice line as we come out. Okay, we're gonna switch directions. So the opposite arm is in front as well as behind. Let's get into a nice line as we come across. Pull that elbow across the body. So we want to tuck that elbow in tight. And not too high. Okay, we are coming up the middle, criss-cross. We're gonna open up from here and then cast out. So criss-cross, open up and cast out. We're gonna loosen our grip as we turn, and that's gonna give us a roll. So criss-cross, we're coming up, forearms parallel, turning, and then casting. Okay, we are back to our criss-cross. So criss-cross, we're gonna roll, criss-cross, roll, criss-cross, roll. And a roll is very much just relaxing the grip. We can't do a roll if the grip is tight. Again, I like to shift my weight, turn my shoulders a little bit, get into a rhythm. Okay, we are going into our double mills to one direction. Don't get too wild and crazy, tuck those elbows in. Create a line as we come out. You'll notice I've got my hat on backwards. There's a reason for that. Hats and club bells don't mix. You quickly knock them off your head. Okay, reverse directions, and for that matter, it's not unusual to knock yourself in the head with the club. That's pretty normal too. It's alright, no one's watching. You feel like an idiot when you do it, but no one's watching. Keep it loose. Okay, and then we're going into our reverse mills. So we're coming up the middle, criss-cross. We're gonna open up and cast. And we loosen the grip as we're turning so that the bell falls and swings over to the other side. That's the basis for our roll. And we want to get into this nice line here. Really important. So that we can set the pendulum. right? Nice line. We anchor here, it swings across. Okay, round 3, our final round, we're gonna crisscross with our wrist roll, crisscross and roll, crisscross and roll, crisscross and roll. Okay, double mills. Again, don't get too wild and crazy. I'm trying to actually keep my arms pretty close. And if my arms come away from my body, I'm letting that be as a result of the momentum rather than trying to move my arms away from my body, if that makes sense. Because the closer the arms are to you, to your center, then the more control you have over it. We want to retain some control. That's going to help keep all the movements clean. Okay, and we're going up the middle and roll and cast. Up the middle, roll and cast. Up the middle, roll and cast. I like to come down as I roll and then pop up and out. And it has this nice flowing kind of rhythm to it. Like this undulating down, up, down, up, down, up. It's very rhythmic. It's good. Okay, that is it for our Indian club warm-up. Okay, so I plan on using the 20 pounder for this. So I just want to do a little bit with the 10 just to warm up a little bit more to start loading into that shoulder. I usually just do some mills. So the mill, I'm coming into a cast type position here. I turn and I use that inertia to help me send that to almost whip the bell out. But when you're doing that, you want to keep, again, that arm in close. And when we're ready to cast out, we actually want to tuck that elbow in. And that's what's going to pull the bell out from back here. We never use our hand really to pull the bell out from here. What we're really trying to accomplish is we want to close this gap here. I want to tuck the elbow in. Right? We want to use the lat, that strong muscle, to pull the elbow in. And that's going to pull the bell out from the back. But you don't want to put the cart before the horse and think about pulling the bell out from that rear position. So I'm getting here. I've turned, the elbow's out. I need to tuck it in, and that's going to fling that bell out, right? Some people really emphasize turning the body on these. I don't emphasize it too much myself. I usually tend to stay pretty square on these. And then I may incorporate more active turning to move the bell in that certain direction if it's heavier and if I feel like I need it. Okay, so here's what we got. Side cross pendulum. We got a side cross cast, we got a side cross squat, and then we have a mill. So, side cross pendulum. We're gonna let this guy swing across. That's where the cross comes from. We're coming across the body, and then we're swinging up and out, and we're just gonna tuck in at the top. So let me show you. Across, tuck, cross, tuck, cross, tuck, cross, tuck. Do you notice how my body is moving away from the bell? So when I come out and that bell goes to the right, I'm gonna lean to the left. And that's called counterbalance. That's really important. I'm gonna lean to the left, As it falls and starts to cross midline, when it starts to cross over to the left, I'm going to veer off to the right. We're always looking for that counterbalance. Okay? So that's your side cross pendulum. 30 seconds. Then we're going to switch to a side cross cast. So cross into order, cast position. So that's right here, right? We're setting into this position. That's our cast position. And then we're going to come back out. So I'm going to do that by tucking the elbow in and back into that cross. Order, cast, order, and out. So cross. So that's our side cross cast. Then we're going into a side cross squat. So side cross, I'm going to park it on the shoulder, squat, back out. And when I come back out, I'm just going to roll it off. So I'm going to tuck that elbow in, I'm going to let the bell roll off, like that. I also want to try to catch the bell on the way down, to some degree. And that's just going to minimize the impact on the body. Mill is going to be the last one, which with a 20-pounder is a little heavy, but I've done it before. Ooh, I just felt my clavicle crack there. Not in half, but you know what I mean. So this is our mill. We're coming out, swing out. We're going to tuck in. So that's our pendulum, right? Swing out, tuck in, but we're going to keep that inertia all the way into cast position. We're going to start a little bit of turn, but really we want to emphasize pulling the elbow across the body. So I've swung out. I'm starting to tuck in, so I'm pulling the elbow in. It's moving into a cast. I'm going to pull that elbow across, and then quickly following that, I'm going to pull that elbow in to send the bell out, and then back into that first phase. So that's the basis for your mill. So 30 seconds of each. We've got our pendulum, cast, squat, mill. 30 seconds each. 30 seconds each on the opposite side. And we're going to do that 3 times through. I'm going to do it 4 times. Just because I'm a badass. How about that? Okay. So we'll set this timer 30, 30, 30, 30. And then opposite side 30, 30, 30, 30. And we're going to take a 30-second breather after that. Just to gather our wits. I'm going to set that for 4 rounds. So this whole thing is going to take about 20 minutes. Okay, 10-second countdown. Starting with our pendulum. Okay, tuck, cross, tuck, cross, tuck, cross. Don't over manipulate the bell. Tuck the elbow. Don't try to pull on the bell. Definitely don't try to lift the bell either. It's the swinging momentum that lifts the bell. That's what's going to give it its height. So you just got to push through your feet. Push and tuck. Push and tuck. Don't over lead to that across the body either. Don't turn way over here and swing it out. Stay square. Okay, we're moving into our cast. Order, cast, order, and cross. Okay, we're going to park it and squat. Roll out, park it and squat. Roll out. Okay, last one is a mill. Probably shouldn't have saved this for the last. Okay. I want to keep my fist tight to my shoulder in the middle of that cast. I want to arm lock before the swing, so arm lock and then let it swing across. Okay, we're gonna switch and tuck, cross, tuck, cross, tuck, cross. Think about that counterbalance. Let it swing out and then tuck at the top. We want to let it get to a point of maybe not weightlessness, but it's kind of what we're looking for. Okay, cast. Let the bell tip towards your shoulder, and once it's as close as it can be without actually touching, elbow up like an uppercut, and then tuck back in. So let it drift in. Otherwise, you're going to be coming up too high. Okay, park it and squat. Roll off. Not Olaf, roll off. That's a Frozen reference. Your kids are going to love that. Okay, we're doing our mills. Oh, God. And that's good. Rest. Oh, it's heavy. Okay, chalk is your best friend. Okay, back to our pendulums. First side. Let it swing out and then tuck. But when we tuck, it's like we're pulling it down. We're not pulling it up, we're pulling it down. So we want to let it get height and then tuck down. And the height comes from the swing. And the harder you push, the higher it goes. Okay, we need our cast. You're going to face the direction that you're casting and back out. Let it drift towards your shoulder. Okay, squats. Roll off. Catch. And mills. tuck. Okay, we're gonna cast. Let it drift in. This is my wonky side. Okay, park it, squat, roll off. Park it, squat, roll off. Okay, Mills. Keep the fist tight to the shoulder. Okay. Oh. This is harder for the forearms than it is for anything else. A lot of practice. So we got a third round. And then I'm gonna do a back off set. Okay, here we go. Back to our pendulums. Tuck, push, and tuck. Push, and tuck. Let that bell get some height before you tuck. Be patient. Because when we tuck, we want that bell to be coming down to the hip. Make sure you've got counterbalance. Lean away from the bell. Okay, we're gonna cast. Let the bell drift in to the shoulder and then kick that elbow up. Okay, we're gonna park it and squat, roll out. Park it, squat, roll out. Okay, Mills. And switch. Tuck. Tuck. Get some height. Tuck down. Pull it down to the hip. Push through the feet. Stand tall. Cast. Turn to the side for your cast. Right, we're facing the side. Okay, we're gonna park it. Hand squat. Okay, Mills. Oh man, killer. Okay, I'm grabbing the 15 for my back offset. Boom. And this is gonna be the 4th round. You don't have to do this one, but you may as well, if you're still here. Okay, tuck. 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 Oh yeah, this is luxurious now. That extra 5 pounds makes a big difference. Moving into casts. May as well show you the reverse side. Park it, squat, roll off. Park it, squat, roll off. Okay. Try to let your arm relax on the downswing and then just push through the feet and trust that it's going to swing up. Okay, Mills. Okay, opposite side, back to our pendulum. So we're tucking at the top. Cast. Again, I'll show you that rear position. So order, elbows tucked in, elbow high, we're cast, and then we're gonna tuck the elbow back in and roll out. Okay, park it and squat. Roll out. one made a good impact. Okay, we're into our mills. Last time. Now when I'm coming across, I'm trying to pull my hand as tight to my shoulder as possible. So when I swing the elbow across, the hand itself is always in a tight orbit around the shoulder. That's going to be important. And then to come out, I arm lock, let it swing. Do a couple more here. Arm lock and swing. Lock and swing. Lock and swing. Okay, that is finito. Well, hope you guys enjoyed that. And I will schedule another live Clubbell Complex event for next week. Make sure you watch out for that. Okay, we will see you guys at the next one.